Welcome back to our series on mastering nautical charts. Today, we're diving into the 7th and final chapter, Best Practices. This is where we bring everything together to ensure our voyages are not just successful, but also as safe as possible. Think of these practices as the golden rules of navigation, the habits that separate the seasoned mariner from the novice. So, grab your charts and let's get started on refining your skills to a professional level. First up, a crucial practice. Always include annotations for temporary restrictions. Imagine you're sailing along, enjoying the open water, when you suddenly encounter an unexpected naval exercise. It sounds dramatic, but it happens. These temporary changes, like military drills, firing ranges, or even marine events, aren't always printed on your standard chart. This is where you, the diligent navigator, come in. By actively seeking out this information from sources like notices to mariners or local authorities, and marking it directly on your chart, perhaps with a pencil and a note in the margin, you create a real-time, dynamic navigation tool. You're not just reading a map, you're interacting with it, keeping it current and relevant for your specific journey. This simple habit can prevent you from straying into a restricted area, saving you from potential fines, dangerous situations, or at the very least, a very stressful encounter with a patrol boat. It's about being proactive, not just reactive. Next, let's talk about the power of color. Our brains are wired to process visual information quickly, and using a color coding system on your charts can be a game changer for at-a-glance comprehension. A simple, consistent system can dramatically reduce the time it takes to assess a situation. For example, use a red highlighter or pen to mark all potential dangers. This includes submerged rocks, wrecks, shallow areas, and strong tidal currents. When you glance at your chart, these red zones will immediately scream caution, drawing your eye to the areas that require your utmost attention. On the flip side, use a green pen for positive, safe features. You could circle recommended anchorages, highlight safe passages, or mark facilities like fuel docks or marinas. This way, when you're looking for a place to rest for the night, your eyes can quickly find the safe havens you've already identified. You can even expand this system with other colors, maybe blue for tidal information or orange for reporting points. The key is consistency. Develop a system that makes sense to you and stick with it across all your charts. This isn't just about making your chart look pretty. It's about creating a powerful, personalized safety tool that works for you, especially when you're tired or under pressure. Now, let's discuss one of the most important principles in navigation, cross-checking. A chart is an incredible tool, but it should never be your only source of information. The professional mariner knows that true situational awareness comes from consulting multiple sources. Your primary cross-reference should be publications like the Admiralty's Paper Chart Maintenance Record, also known as NP133A. This document helps you track all the updates and corrections that have been applied to your specific chart, ensuring it's up to date. But don't stop there. Pilot books or sailing directions are another invaluable resource. These books provide detailed descriptions of coastlines, harbors, and local conditions that a chart simply can't convey. They'll tell you about local weather patterns, prevailing currents, and give you visual cues for approaching a tricky inlet, like line up the church spire with the prominent headland. This kind of local knowledge is pure gold, and in our modern age, we have electronic tools at our disposal too. Navtex messages are a perfect example. This system broadcasts navigational and meteorological warnings, search and rescue information, and other urgent safety messages. Regularly checking Navtex updates is like having a constant stream of real-time intelligence delivered directly to your vessel. By combining the big picture from your chart, the detailed descriptions from the pilot book, and the latest updates from Navtex, you create a rich, three-dimensional view of your environment. It's about building layers of information. If your chart shows a clear channel, but the pilot book warns of strong cross currents, and the latest Navtex message reports a newly discovered shoal, have a much more complete and safer picture than if you had relied on the chart alone. This habit of cross-referencing is the bedrock of good seamanship. Let's put this all together and visualize how these best practices work in a real-world scenario. Imagine you're planning a coastal passage for the next day. Your routine should start the evening before. First, you lay out your paper chart. You pull out your red and green pens. You start by tracing your intended route in pencil. As you do, you use your red pen to highlight every potential hazard along that route. The shallow sandbar you need to give a wide berth, the submerged rock near the headland, the area known for strong tidal rips. Your route is now visually punctuated with clear warnings. Next, you grab your green pen. You research potential bailout points and safe anchorages along the way. Perhaps there's a well-protected cove just past the halfway mark. You circle it in green, making a note of the holding ground quality you found in your pilot book. Now you have a plan B, a safe haven if the weather turns or you have an equipment issue. With your chart marked up, you then turn to your other resources. You open the pilot book for this specific coastal area. It mentions that the entrance to your destination harbour can be tricky to spot from the sea and advises lining up your approach with a specific lighthouse and a water tower. You make a small note of this visual reference directly on your chart near the harbour entrance. Then, you check the latest Navtex messages. A new bulletin announces that a buoy marking the channel entrance is unlit. This is critical information. You immediately make a prominent note next to that buoy symbol on your chart and highlight it. You also check the notices to mariners online or via your NP133A record, and you discover a correction for a sounding depth in an area you plan to cross. You carefully apply this correction to your chart. Before you go to bed, you have a chart that is not just a map, but a comprehensive, personalized, and up-to-the-minute guide for your specific journey. The next day, when you're on the water, all this preparation pays off. You're not figuring things out as you go. You're executing a well-made plan, leaving you with more mental bandwidth to actually enjoy the sailing and manage the vessel effectively. And that brings us to the end of our series on nautical charts. We've journeyed from understanding the basic symbols and scales to mastering the art of passage planning and applying professional best practices. Remember, a nautical chart is more than just paper and ink. It's a key to unlocking adventure, a tool for ensuring safety, and a testament to centuries of maritime exploration. By treating your charts with respect, keeping them updated, and using them in conjunction with other resources, you are honoring that tradition and embracing the responsibilities of a true mariner. The skills you've learned here will serve you on every voyage, whether it's a short trip across the bay or a blue water passage across an ocean. The sea is a beautiful and powerful place, and with these skills, you're now better equipped to navigate it safely and confidently. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope you found this series valuable. If you have, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on our future content. We have plenty more maritime knowledge to share. Fair winds, following seas, and happy navigating.